Betrayed and abandoned by his former party, Light barely escapes being killed, only to find himself trapped in the lethal Abyss dungeon. His only hope lies in his unique power, the unlimited Gacha, which unexpectedly summons Mei, a formidable level 9099 fighter in a maid outfit. 3 years later, Light has not only survived but thrived, becoming a powerful level 9999 overlord and building his own kingdom in the dungeon, complete with a loyal army of summoned warriors. Now, Light is ready to ascend to the surface and unleash his carefully planned, absolute revenge on the comrades who betrayed him. A rookie adventurer named Light leaves his family to become an expert adventurer so he can support them. When he reaches the big city, people look down on him for being human. At the guild, he shows his unlimited Gacha ability, which basically spits out random items, but all he gets are useless things like a bent fork and rotten food. He still registers as an adventurer and works small jobs, but earns barely enough for one night at an inn. On top of that, some beast folk thugs steal his money. An elf girl named Sasha and her group help him up. Their party represents 9 different races and they need 1 human to complete the team, so they invite Light to join. Light is happy, but during a dungeon expedition, the group suddenly drops their friendly act. They tell him they only recruited him because they thought he might be someone special, but since he isn't, he's now useless. They attack him and try to kill him, but he accidentally triggers a teleport trap and ends up in the deepest part of the dungeon. Wounded and desperate, Light uses his Gacha again. This time, he pulls an extremely powerful maid named Mei, who heals him. She explains that his ability becomes stronger in high mana areas like the Abyss. With her help, Light decides to get stronger and take revenge on his former party. 3 years pass and Light has built a massive underground empire in the deepest part of the Abyss. His summoned maids adore him a bit too much. Some of them even fight over who gets to clean his room, while Mei, his first summon, tries to keep everyone under control. Light walks through his city, checking on shops and residents, and everyone greets him like a beloved ruler. Since the population has grown a lot, he's thinking about updating their systems soon. Light also keeps track of his top warriors. Ayuki scouts the upper levels and makes maps, Ellie works on new magic for his plans, and Nazuna handles close-range security around the castle. Jack, a powerful warrior, Light sees as an older brother, trains with him outside. Light has become extremely strong, but he knows there are still people on the surface who could be stronger. Meanwhile, the maid's jealousy toward Mei causes all kinds of silly drama, from breaking Light's throne to secretly rolling around on his bed. Mei eventually punishes them with extra cleaning duties. The next morning, Light gathers everyone. Mei's mission was a success. Their target has fallen for the bait, and it's finally time to begin the revenge plan they've been preparing for 3 years. Garu, a wolf beast folk who despises humans, was living large as a popular hero, unaware that Light, his former teammate, was hunting him. Garu had gotten rich and famous from an easy, secret job 3 years ago, eliminating the human kid, Light, who was suspected of being a maestro. Garu often bragged about his status and even attacked a human, showing his disdain. One day, a mysterious human maid named Mei appeared, claiming to be Light's loyal servant, looking for his killer. She offered Garu a massive amount of gold to be escorted to the spot where Light was last seen. Overconfident in his level 150 strength against a weak human, Garu agreed, planning to kill Mei once they arrived. At the site, Mei's demeanor suddenly changed. She revealed she knew every detail of Light's betrayal, terrifying Garu. Then, Light himself appeared, alive and well, revealing his plan for payback. Light was now a max level 9,999, and Mei instantly decapitated Garu's level 130 men with blinding speed, proving their power. To intimidate Light, Garu summoned a level 500 monster, but Light easily destroyed it with his own level 9,000 mythical Fenrir. Light then revealed his full level and the immense army he had secretly gathered, warriors with levels in the high thousands. Completely broken by the display of overwhelming power, Garu begged for forgiveness. Light teleported Garu to his castle, where Garu's mind crumbled upon seeing the massive, kneeling army. Light, now the Lord of Destruction, declared that he would soon march his forces to the surface to get the truth he seeks, setting his plan in motion. The next morning, Light returns to his hometown hoping to reunite with his family and bring them to his dungeon city. But when he arrives, he finds the place completely destroyed, just ruins and bodies everywhere. The attack happened about 6 months ago. While searching the rubble, he's relieved that none of the bodies belong to his younger siblings, though he does find signs that his parents didn't survive. Gold checks on him, but Light stays focused and asks Gold and Nemu to start gathering information about the world's nations. He suspects the attack is connected to rumors of him being a maestro and wants to understand what that actually means. Light's anger starts leaking out as a dangerous aura, so he puts on the fool's mask to suppress it. After paying his respects to his parents, he and his team head to the city of Dagas. Along the way, they save a merchant and accept a ride into the city. At the guild, Light registers as an adventurer under the alias Dark. They then rent out the entire top floor of the merchant's hotel for privacy. Later, inside the dungeon city, they explore the area, blend in as adventurers, and eventually encounter the elf who had cut the line earlier. As they move deeper, the group hears chaos ahead, wolves running, followed by a giant mantis monster bursting through the trees. A monster thought to be extinct and estimated at level 500. The local adventurers were terrified, but Light, unfazed, allowed them to retreat so he could claim the kill. Gold, the knight, showed off his fighting skills by disarming the creature, while Light effortlessly used high-level, no-chant magic to control fire arrows and eventually blocked the monster's escape with a massive firewall. Nemu then swiftly finished the mantis mid-air, though Gold scolded her for destroying its valuable parts. The local kids, especially the mage Mia, were stunned by Light's power, which seemed impossible for an F-ranked human adventurer. Light shared a fabricated, tragic backstory about his parents and a search for a healing potion, which resonated with the kids, who were adventuring to fund Mia's tuition to the Duchy's Magic Academy, overseen by the Principality of Nine. Touched by Mia's gift of homemade ointment for his supposed burns, Light gave her a powerful, small miracle-making wishing bracelet in return. Meanwhile, elsewhere in the dungeon, Kaido, filled with hatred for humans, was killing adventurers to capture a human test subject for Yanok's experiments to bypass racial level caps. Light, now a rising star known as Black Miley, was back in his secret throne room to check on his plan. His army of high-level warriors was almost ready to begin their march from the dungeon to the surface to execute his revenge. Light was focused on getting promoted from D rank and decided to hunt a mysterious killer targeting human adventurers. He was interrupted when Mia, one of the young adventurers he befriended, suddenly teleported, unconscious, into his room. The magical bracelet he gave her was broken, suggesting she used it to escape a dire situation. Light healed Mia and read her mind, discovering that she and her friends had been ambushed by the killers, the elf Kaido, level 1500, and the researcher Yanok. Mia's male friends bravely sacrificed themselves, sustaining fatal injuries so Mia could run. Mia used the bracelet to desperately call for help, resulting in her teleporting to Light. Enraged by the attack on his friends, Light immediately tracked Kaido and Yanok down in the dungeon. He found two of the boys already dead, but managed to heal Mia's brother, Leo. Light dismissed the villain's motives and vowed to make them suffer. Kaido was insulted that a low-tier human was challenging him, but Light easily stopped his attacks. When Kaido ranted about his stolen Phantasma-class weapon and the blood of a maestro in his veins, Light's mission changed. Instead of killing Kaido, Light decided to capture him and extract all the information he had about the mysterious maestros. Light's companions, Nemu and Gold, quickly dealt with Yanok's regenerative human-monster hybrids using their ultimate attacks, finally granting the tortured souls peace. Meanwhile, Light effortlessly defeated Kaido, even allowing the elf to hit him with the legendary Grandius sword without a scratch. When Kaido realized he was outmatched, he groveled, revealing he was a former White Knight commander from the Elven nation. Light, disgusted by his cowardice, decided to spare him and Yanok temporarily, teleporting them to his base in the abyss with Leo for treatment. At Light's base, May and Ellie interrogated the two criminals. They learned that maestros are said to level up quickly and have the potential to end the world. After extracting all the available, though fragmented information, Light executed Kaido and Yanok by having them devoured by a summoned monster. Light's team achieved a promotion to C rank for providing the guild with intel. Mia and Alo decided to retire from adventuring and return home to mourn their friends. Now ready for the next phase, Light received a report that preparations for his revenge against Sasha were complete. Ellie even suggested capturing Sasha's fiancé, the Vice Captain Mikhail, as a hostage. Unaware of the danger, Sasha was currently bragging to Michaela about how she had betrayed and tortured Light years ago, just as Light prepared to make his move. Sasha, back on the Elf continent, was happily reflecting on her fiancé Mael when she briefly spotted Light. Though he vanished, Light left a message summoning her to the Great Tower. Terrified, Sasha realized her failure to kill Light 3 years ago might cost her everything. Light and Ellie had already set their final revenge plan in motion. Meanwhile, in the Elven barracks, soldiers like Sharfot and the captain showed their deep contempt for humans, torturing and executing a human slave. The captain warned Sharfot against interbreeding, emphasizing the importance of marrying into the Maestro bloodline, which the elves have historically pursued to maintain their power. The Queen and Captain Hardy are concerned about their weakened bloodline and the potential rise of a human hero or Dark Lord in response to the mysterious Great Tower that suddenly appeared. The tower actually Light's base was generating a surge of monsters in the surrounding forest. Light's team, under the direction of the cat girl Ayuki, was simultaneously managing the monsters and rescuing the human slaves who were abandoned by the fleeing elves. Light's reputation under the name Black Melee continued to grow, annoying the elves. Sasha, desperate and cornered, decided to head to the tower to finish the job herself. When she next encountered Light in the city, she demanded he unmask himself. When he refused, she reached out and knocked his mask off, exposing him completely.